here. Happy birthday. It'll take a while for us to load in. So, I mean, feel free to chat. We're gonna be stuck on this page for a while. So, usually these events are voiced. But today it isn't. Only like 2-3 characters have voices. So, I'm gonna have to read. And we all know how well I do at that. But strike, because there's a strike on. So yeah, there's like 3 people that are voiced, but from what I hear, the one person who is voiced is actually my favourite character. I mean, I don't know to what extent Baizhu is here. I've just seen his waist and that's it. But allegedly, his actor is not on strike. So, like, how do we know that unless he has a voiced role? That's all I'm going off. We haven't even started! Why are you shouting at me? Oh yeah, another thing I'll say is that it seems to be about one of my least favourite characters, so we're all gonna have a wonderful time right now.
Look, it's Hu Tao!
It's Hu Tao! Paimon's voiced! We get Paimon's voice, that's great. It's lovely.
She looks kind of troubled. Shall we go say hi?
Can we not? Can we not go and say hi?
Hey! Stop right there, heroes!
Listen, I promise some people aren't voiced.
What the? Oh, Xiangling!
I didn't make that up.
I was just kidding around. Happy Lantern Rite. Hope I didn't scare ya. Nah, of course not. We were just about to go say hi to Hu Tao.
Do we have to?
I noticed, which is why I stopped you. We can't disturb her now or we won't get to see the brand spanking new Director Who.
What do you mean by that? What could possibly be happening?
Well, I gave her a new outfit as a gift, but she's so used to her uniform that she's hesitant to try it on.
I know, I can't believe we're cheating on Chiori.
Ooh, what kind of outfit is it? A bright red one, of course. The color of prosperity and the color of Lantern Rite. But just so you're aware, Hu Tao's not really been herself lately. Whenever I invite her to hang out, she either finds an excuse not to come or spends the whole time staring into space. I've tried asking her what's wrong, but she won't even admit there's a problem. Anyway, so that outfit was my way of saying that I'm here as her friend, and I hope she'll feel better soon. Paimon was just thinking that she looked kind of troubled.
Hang on, wait, I didn't even check the chat. No, the chat's fine. I'm so not with it today. But we've never seen Hu Tao like this before. What could it possibly be? Xiangling can do so much better than Hu Tao. A lot of people can do better than Hu Tao. Just then you feel something cool against your face. Someone has crept up behind you and is now covering your eyes. I wonder who it could possibly be. See... See, this isn't helpful. I recognise those dulcet tones anywhere. Zhongli, totally. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, oh, I see. So our consultant is the one you miss most. You're breaking my heart. I know, I'm also unhappy to be speaking to Hu Tao right now. Hu Tao is mean to Baizhu, and she's mean to Chi-Chi, and she keeps trying to bury Chi-Chi, and we don't like her. I was just kidding. Happy Lantern Rite. Yeah, Happy Lantern Rite.
Wow, Hu Tao! Is that a new outfit? It looks great!
I know, I'm also distressed, Fua Fua. I don't want to be speaking to Hu Tao either. Come here. You come comfort me through this trying time. Oh, thanks to Xiangling. Apparently it was custom made by a designer from Fontaine. I hope it didn't put you out too much. Okay, but what designer though?
Nope. The tailor happened to be in Liyue looking for a change of scenery and fresh inspiration.
Ooh, yeah.
We got talking and really hit it off.
Yeah.
So it was no trouble at all.
Unless I see Chiori and Liyue with my own eyes. Well, that's good. Thanks again, Xiangling. You have exquisite taste.
Oh, stop! I'm just glad you like it.
My best friend Chiori, if that is made by a designer from Fontaine and it isn't Chiori, I'm gonna be very cross, very upset. So, Hutao, what's been bothering you? I totally care. No, Chiori's my bestie now. Why would you ask that? Is it the tone of my voice, not as sweet as and melodious as it used to be?
Your voice is as sweet as ever, Hu Tao, but we're your friends. You can't hide how you're feeling from us, no matter how hard you may try.
Yeah, Hutao. Xiangling's your friend. And we're also here. Alright. I wasn't trying to hide anything from you, I promise. It's just I've been struggling with a work-related thing.
Work-related? You mean the funeral parlor?
So you see, it's a part of my duty as the director. Besides, it's Lantern Rite. I don't want you worrying about me when you're supposed to be enjoying the festival. Listen, Andy, if you think I'm only being subtly mean to Genshin people, so relax. Everything will be a-okay, because Director Who will find a way.
You stressing about work? That's gotta be a first. Guess it must be something super complicated, huh?
Yep, it's a doozy. I feel like I've been banging my head against a brick wall. Okay, you know what, maybe... I've had a great time. Stream's over. Do we have to go straight to Kaching? Because she'll know what to do.
Huh? You think Kuching would be able to help?
Listen, Andy, her new outfit is only super cute if Chiori made it. Yeah, she can at least teach Hu Tao about work-life balance. Oh my god, I'm so excited to see Kaching.
Good idea! Especially since it's festival season. I heard the Ministry of Civil Affairs is putting on a street fair with loads of cool stuff to do.
I do like characters in this, I promise. What's wrong with Kaching? She's not Chi-Chi. She's specifically not Chi-Chi, that's what's wrong with her. Honestly, yeah, I didn't used to care one way or the other about Hu Tao, but then as soon as she was in Baizhu's story, even like I'm not willing to put aside constantly trying to bury a child, but you know, that was the one thing. But actually seeing her interact with Baizhu and actually seeing Chi-Chi actively hiding from her, I feel like, are we supposed to like her? Because how? So yeah, Andy, the thing that's wrong with Kuching is that when you lose the 50-50, you wouldn't know because you never use your Prima Gems. But when you lose the 50-50, there's like a handful of characters it might be. And I really want Chi-Chi, and I kept getting specifically Kuching. Like, very few people are Chi-Chi. Most people are, in fact, not Chi-Chi, but Kuching is especially not Chi-Chi, and I'm sure that has clarified everything.
Forget about work for now, Hu Tao. Come have fun with us. Yeah, take some time to relax and recover your energy.
Yeah.
Then you'll knock this thing out in no time.
It's like, I'm sure that she was supposed to be endearing in Baiju's quest, but I failed to see it. I'd love to, but I'm afraid I have a meeting to get to. A real meeting. I'm not just making excuses.
Aw, really? You sure you can't get out of it?
Yeah, you got Chi-Chi before you got not Chi-Chi, and I'm totally normal about it. How about this? You guys go on ahead, and I'll meet you at the fair when I'm done. Sound good? I mean, no, but I don't think I have a choice. I don't want to. Fua doesn't want to.
Okay, fair enough. But don't take too long. And after the fair, how about we all have a meal at Wanmin Restaurant? My treat, of course.
Andy, I will never be nice to non-Chi-Chi people. Count me in. I could never turn down Xiangling's cooking.
Me neither! Paimon's drooling already.
Yeah, that's the other thing. The way Kuching acts is just a bit off-putting. Sounds like a plan. Hope your meeting goes well, Hu Tao. Don't worry about me. Get yourselves to the fair and I'll join as soon as I can. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm gonna have fun at some point, I promise. Right, yeah, what does Paimon digivolve into? Yeah, it's weird in the sense that we dislike the same people, but the same people that we dislike seem to be absolutely loved by basically everybody else. See Navia. Yay, ka-ching. This is a custom gift envelope stall. You can pick your preferred design, leave a custom message, and hand them out to friends and family. If you're interested, Madam Lanyan, please take a look.
I take it these coins go inside the envelope? They look a little different from regular Mora.
Who do you have, Andy? Also, Paimon absolutely digivolves into Istaroth, the god of time. That's right, there are special edition fortune cookies issued by the coinage office. Reading. There are 12 designs in total, each engraved with motifs from the Guyan sigils that represent different blessings. Take this one for example. This design is...
The sign of Vice Ravana! Yes, originally an exorcism sigil, widely used in thaumaturgy. These days, it's used as a lucky charm to prevent disaster and bring favor. Quite popular with business owners, hoping for peace and prosperity.
That's great, Andy. You can also join the Anti-Kuching Club.
Oh, I interrupted you, didn't I? Oh, sorry. I just got a little carried away. I meant no offense, Lady Yuhang.
No, by all means, keep interrupting her. It's fine. None taken, Madam Lan. Really, it's my honour to meet a member of the historic Lan lineage. Historic Lan lineage. Your ancestors hailed from the 12 tribes of Chenyu Vale and were renowned for their proficiency in the mystic arts. Listen, I'm very excited for the new girl. I'm very excited for Lanyan. But can I just say, this is yet another character from Chenyu Vale who's not Baizhu. One day he'll be related to it somehow.
You flatter me, Lady Yuhang. My family are but distant relatives. We would hardly consider ourselves the true heirs to that illustrious lineage.
Say hi to Radis for me, Tammy. There's no need to be humble. Your knowledge of the Guyan sigils is very impressive. A rare find in the Lira Harbour of today. No, I didn't say bye to Tammy, actually, did I? Sorry. Bye, Tammy. Say hi to Radis for me. True heir or not, you do your ancestors proud. And given your level of erudition in this area, I may find myself requesting your help in the future.
Well, I won't deny that I pride myself on my level of learning. So by all means, it would be my pleasure to assist the Lady Yuhang.
She'd better know Baizhu. I'm still so salty that we saw Navia in Chenyu Vale before Baizhu.
Ka-ching! Hard at work with the festivities as usual, huh?
Ah, Traveller and Paimon and Xiaoling too. I was thinking about you this morning, wondering if I'd get to see you during the festival. Yeah, we're always here instead of looking for our missing twin. I hope you're keeping a reasonable work-life balance this year. Don't even go there. The Ministry of Civil Affairs had so much to do this lantern ride. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was talking about. I'm obviously thinking of some different game. We don't have a twin. Oh, before I forget, everyone, this is Madame Lan Yan, a master craftswoman from the Chenyu Vale Artisans Association. What is your problem? What's the problem? Are you reading for me? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, sorry, no, your broker Arthur who stole all your money. She kindly agreed to help the Ministry of Civil Affairs with this year's street fair. In a short while, you'll get to see her work.
Wow, nice to meet you, Madam Lan.
Madam Lan, allow me to introduce...
The Traveler, her buddy Paimon, and Xiangling. Hello.
Hi! Hey, it seems like you're getting carried away again, Madam Lan.
Oh, sorry. Interrupted again, didn't I? It's just quite exciting. Meeting these 3 people I've heard so much about. I never imagined I'd get the chance.
I think you mean 2 people, right? I'm just a chef. A good one, but it's not that much to get excited about. You don't need to include me just to be polite.
Oh, I beg to differ. The first meal I ate in Liyue Harbor was at Wanmin Restaurant. Xiangling's cooking gave my taste buds plenty to be excited about.
To be fair as well, I'm pretty sure the Traveller we're playing has also forgotten that the twin exists. Hello, Madam Lan. Nice to meet you, Master Craftswoman.
Please, call me Lanyan. And I'm no master craftswoman. Just a humble maker of handicrafts.
I'm sure anyone who's seen your work would disagree. Speaking of which, I'm sure you'd all like to see it. Why don't you come with me and I'll show you? What's the problem? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Are you wanting attention or are you wanting something else? What's the problem? So I'm assuming this is going to be one of the events. This is going to be one of the events. I also need the Puma gems for Risley. Although I really want Siegeween. I don't know. Is my model doing things? This game is for the street fair where you duel with rattan figures. It's called Immortal Combat. There are 8 rattan figures in total, and thanks to some ingenious design work, they can move around on their own. Madame Lan took inspiration from the legend of the 8 adepts. Astonishing, isn't it? Isn't it, Fufu? Isn't it astonishing? You wanna come here? Good girl.
Sounds amazing! But what are the 8 adepts? Are they like adepti?
What is my model doing? What is she doing? Stop doing that! Is it if I move too far? It's fine. She can evil eye if she wants to. Yeah, rant more about that person. They're not actual adepti, but 8 legendary people said to have had adeptus-like abilities, which earned them the title of the 8 adepts.
Wow, Paimon's never heard that story before.
In what universe are Cedrine and Chaska just bad? What is the matter? What's the matter? What are you stamping at me for? What's the problem? She's after something. They were only around for a short time, and it was 2,000 or 3,000 years ago, so their stories aren't nearly as well known as those of the actual Adepti. Also, did you notice this year's Ming Xiao lantern when you arrived in the harbour? Sure.
Shaped like a huge tree, right?
Oh, that! Yeah, absolutely. Yes, it's said that during the Archon War period, there is a divine mountain in Lyra with a giant tree on its summit. A tree who was also a god named Tao Do.
Oh, I think I heard that one from a storyteller once. The sanctification of Tao Do. So Tao Do is the giant tree?
One moment. I'm dreadfully sorry. My model might give you evil eye again. What is it? What's the matter? Do you want out? Ah! Do you want out? Ah! Eek. It's fine. I hope it's okay that I let her out. She was shouting at me. Oh, is that why she was shouting? Alright, fair enough. Oh, she just wanted to steal my mum's chicken. It's fine. God, what is happening to my chair? This is such a disaster stream, Andy. It's your fault. The Genshin is not catering to my personal opinions, which are clearly the standard, so it's bad and Hoyo are trying to kill it. Yeah, what is their reasoning for Hoyo wanting to kill the game again? Also, yeah, she sensed food and she shouted at me. This tree was also a god. Correct, back then, people thought that people, oh, for God's sake, oh my god. People thought that behind Tao Do was the realm of the dead, and if you committed grave sins in life, your soul would be unable to pass beyond the tree and into the afterlife.
Even today, in my hometown, people still say things like, "You'll never cross Mount Taodu when you die." It's very insulting though, so don't go around repeating it.
But just focusing on all the titles doesn't make any sense. That's such a crap business move. Just abandon the game if you don't want it. Yeah, tell us about the birthday curse. When the Archon War arrived, Tao Du? Is that what she said? Was dragged into the fighting, disturbing the realm of the dead. The boundary between life and death became blurred, and death began to encroach on the realm of the living. Oh my god, this story is gonna piss me off, isn't it? If we're doing a boundary between life and death, and it's with Hu Tao as a main character, oh, this story is gonna piss me off. I'm so glad I have emotional support for it.
Oh no! And then what?
That's where the sanctification of Tao Du comes in. The 8 adepts rose up to solve the crisis, and laid down a great magic array to purify Tao Du.
I'm perfectly calm, thank you very much, Andy. I don't know what you're talking about. Exactly, after that, Tao Du's remains sank into the ley lines and became a border, separating the living of Liyue from the dead. So I mean, like, it's kind of like the Night Kingdom.
Wait! The border? The border between life and death? That's where it comes from?
Oh, it's gonna piss me off.
So the legends say, but who knows if it's true?
Those 8 adepts must be super powerful if they could purify a god. Are we sure they weren't just adepti?
Yep. And in fact, their tale specifically emphasizes that most of them were ordinary humans.
Yeah, Andy, how did you curse me last year? You did something to me last year.
If I remember right, they were from several groups that joined forces. A Guixiang one, a Lianshan one, and...
Yeah, death to the trees. Screw the environment.
Right! The 3 hermits of Guizhang, the 2 sages of Lianshan, and the 3 beasts of Tao Du. Collectively, the 8 adepts. The mainstream narrative holds that the Guizhang hermits and the Lianshan sages were human.
Is that a talisman back there? Oh, this is really gonna get me. This is really gonna get to me. Oh, hi! I know one of the hermits was Windreader, said to be the founder of the ancient art of Chimen divination. If I'm not mistaken, he hailed from the... Oh. Someone else read for me! He hailed from the 12 tribes of Chenyu Vale. His descendants became the Lan clan and kept the art of Chimen divination alive. Madam Lan, correct me if I'm wrong.
That's certainly what the clan genealogies claim, although my personal knowledge of Chimen divination is very patchy.
Listen, I think you reading and no one hearing it, is so much better than actually hearing me read it. Oh yeah, your birthday injured my jaw last year. No one knows what you're talking about. I've been doing a stellar job of reading. The second hermit story is somewhat more amusing. He mastered the art of fishing with a rod and line, and became known to the people as the the Yunlai angler. You may have heard of Yunlai swordsmanship, which is the style I trained in. Both that style and its more ancient variant have their origins in the Yunlai angler's rod-wielding techniques.
Seriously? Did Shinsho tell you that? Because it sounds like something right out of a martial arts novel. So what about the third hermit?
That would be the Wuang Kid, also known as Old Man Wuang. The story goes that he always presented himself in child form. As a hermit, his expertise lay with Qi sigils, which he used to catch demons, heal disease, and protect lives from the encroaching presence of death. You heard no such thing. Stop bullying me on my own stream! The Wangsheng funeral parlor shall be best acquainted with this story, since their founders were said to have studied under the Wuang Kid. They were just ordinary people like you and me, but when faced with mounting disasters, they used what strength they had to guard the borders between life and death, the single border between life and death. Fortunately, they were aided by their knowledge of a secret art, which the funeral parlor still practices to this day.
So it's true? The Wangsheng funeral parlor really does have a secret art?
I'm sorry, Andy, are you not stereotypical bullies in a high school movie right now? Is that not exactly who you are?
I heard from Hu Tao that she has a flaming staff handed down by her forebears. Apparently it has special powers used for cleansing rituals. But it could just be another one of her tall tales. Oh, you probably haven't met Hu Tao yet, have you? She's the director at the funeral parlor.
Yeah, she's wonderful. We should all go meet her.
I've never had the pleasure, but I've certainly heard of Director Hu Tao.
Listen, you were a wonderful friend during Natlan.
Okay, well these Guizhong hermits sound pretty legit. How about the two sages and the three beasts? What's their story?
One was... Oh my god! One was Sage Hu, a master of gold crafts, and the other was Sage Xian, an expert in bronze mirrors. Yeah, we'd been waiting for Subaru for so long. Andy stumbled there accidentally, didn't even realise that it was a big thing that there was this new region. I will never get over that. Very little information survives on these two. All we know is that they practice the secret art of Lianshan, earning them the title of the two sages of Lianshan.
I heard there's a hidden palace deep in the mountains south of the Stone Gate. Traditionally, that's believed to be where they retreated for cultivation.
Come in. Hello. Ah! You were just shouting at me to be let out. Oh, fair enough. Well, I don't have any for you unless I do. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Did I read this? I didn't have to read it. As for the three beasts, their retreat was Mount Taodo. Hence the three beasts of Taodo, and as their title suggests, those three were not humans. I do not care about your laundry.
So, what were they? Monsters or something?
They were... Ganyu. They were Ganyu.
Huh? All three of them?
Hi, man. Happy Lantern Rite, everyone. See, I would like for it to be known that I quite like Ganyu, so I am fully capable of liking people. Hi, Ganyu. I have you.
Oh, right. Ganyu's here. Okay.
Oh my god. Can we appreciate Karina's voice acting? Can we just appreciate them for a second? Karina, you're so funny. Happy Lantern Rite, Ganyu. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Of course not.
Ah. I didn't do anything. What is it? Ningguang's... as in Ningguang's back? As in she went somewhere, now she's back? Or is it about Ningguang's back? Okay. Yes, the others have arrived too. Got it, thanks. My apologies, everyone, but I've got to go. Ganyu and I have some important work to attend to. For what it's worth, not the biggest fan of Ningguang either, so watch her be the next person we have to speak to.
Aw, what? Not you too? Seems like everyone's busy with work.
You know what it's like. The festival season is upon us, so it's all systems go at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Don't worry, everything's fine. You take it. Take it. Good girl. Yes, you should focus on enjoying everything that the street fair has to offer, and if you find anything that is not to your satisfaction, we will welcome your feedback. Bye for now, everyone. I know, it's like the thing of Ningguang, like, littering over Lyra is supposed to be, oh, look how cool and fancy she is, but she's not. She's just littering. She's just littering. She built the Jade Chamber, and now she's littering. That's not cool. And 1 second, Ganyu. Traveller, I swear to God, if you say, oh, we'll come with you. Oh, thank God for that. Don't forget to take breaks. Look after yourself.
The traveler's being especially nice today, checking in on everyone's well-being.
Andy, look. Look at the text, Andy. Andy, put your laundry down and come back. Look. Look at this. I want you to look at what this voice line says. Oh, I can't remember specifically, but it's something to do with how she'd... I don't know what it was. Write notes or something, and then sort of just throw them off, and people would find these bits of paper that Ningguang had written on, and then thrown off the Jade Chamber, and people would be like, oh my God, this is a thing that Ningguang wrote and disposed of. And yeah, it's supposed to be showing just how cool she is and how much everybody loves her and that anything she's touched is so cool, but she's just littering. I am being especially nice today, checking in on everyone's well-being. Thank you very much.
Well, what other option does she have? It's not like she can drag them away from their desks and force them to have fun against their will.
I'm also hand-feeding my very spoiled dog. Thanks for your concern. We'll be sure to take care, and I hope you'll do the same.
I actually have something I need to do as well. So I should get to the Wangshang funeral parlor.
Okay, have fun. We are not coming with you.
Oh, are you looking for Hu Tao? She's supposed to meet us here so we can grab lunch.
Ugh.
Why don't you come with? If you don't mind the extra company, of course.
I don't know why I'm being so vehemently opposed to seeing Hu Tao. I know full well this is about Hu Tao.
Not at all. I'd love to. What a nice surprise.
Perfect. Hu Tao should have joined us here by now. I guess her meeting overran. Why don't we head to the funeral parlor?
I don't know why I'm acting like there's a possibility that we don't have to spend time with Hu Tao.
Okay, let's go.
Yay, let's go. Oh, on my way, would anyone like to check if Sasha Duan has done anything? Oh God, I thought we had another map moment then. Oh, yow! Okay, I will do all of these later. Hang on a second. Sacha Dhawan has been absolved of whatever he did wrong. It's official.
Life,
You spelled everything right, right?
and the
Yeah.
world around
Poor
us
Sacha
all
Dhawan, he did
follow
nothing
a set of
wrong.
laws.
If it turns
But if
out
you
that
never
the
test
problem
limits,
was
how can
the
anyone
full
know
stop
where the
at the end.
boundaries of these laws are?
You speak nothing but the truth, Baizhu. I need it to be known I am fully on your side. I can't believe Sacha Dhawan didn't do anything wrong this
What are
time.
all these moral for?
Where am I? In the lamp lit entertainment. Yeah, I read it. What am I supposed to do?
They're huge and so shiny.
Hit them?
Lady Yuhong said they're fortune coins. Go on, give them a rub. It'll bring you good luck.
I attacked it. I can't believe Sacha Dhawan's innocent now. Amazing. Okay. Sorry, that's my bad for making you run up the stairs.
Are these lanterns? Nope. They're toys that shoot fireworks. New to this year's festival. You should try them, Paimon.
I feel like it's not a good idea to just have fireworks laying around. What do? Do I just hit them again? Is that...
Oh, it's beautiful.
Hi. Is that what Lantern Rite is this year? Just going around hitting things? I'm not opposed. Do these all count as the same one? Yeah, okay. I am so not, like, procrastinating going to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
The key here is consumer psychology.
Oh, Paimon absolutely is a magpie. Earlier, just outside the funeral parlor. So, in other words, Butler Anne, you'd like to go without the drums.
Exactly. Since this has come at such a festive time, I'd rather keep things low-key to avoid disturbing the celebrations.
Understood. What about paper effigies for burning? We can do mansions, chariots, boats, or sedan chairs.
Sure, but let's stick with something small. His lordship has never been a fan of ostentation.
In that case, how about an effigy of a silk gown? Something to please the family, but not too over the top. Does that sound alright?
It sounds perfect. You think of everything, Director Who.
He does sound familiar, doesn't he? Great. Will you be providing your own cinerary cast? Why was I going to say cake? Why? Moving on. I can read fine.
Yes. His lordship had one made 2 years ago, in fact. He sourced an excellent block of gloomwood and had an artisan convert it into a casket. It's currently being stored at the old family house at Yilong Wharf.
Oh, I'm glad I wasn't the only one. Gloomwood is a good choice. Flame resistant, water resistant, and insect resistant. Now, what about the mourning tent and the procession? Did the family say what style they want? We can certainly keep them simple, but I wouldn't recommend foregoing them entirely. You don't want the public speculating on why the Feyon Commerce Guild couldn't seem to afford a proper funeral. I know it probably seems bad of me to be reading Hu Tao's lines kind of energetically, but let's be honest, that's exactly what she'd be sounding like right now.
It's like you read my mind. Master expressed the same concern, but he also said he has full confidence in the Wangshang Funeral Parlor's judgment in this area.
Very well, then my suggestion for the tent would be sloped roofs, one with a rigid spine, 2 of them curved at the top, 36 seats, no more, no less, and all with fresh silk covers, but not just any silk, they should be decorated with the Feyon symbols. At the front we want a moon gate, a grand preceptor armchair, and bamboo railings. Sufficiently grand, but tasteful and measured. Would this be suitable, Butler Anne? Oh my god, you're right! This is Xingqiao's dad!
That sounds ideal. Oh, and we
Not
should
him.
put some rugs down. Make them tortoiseshell. His lordship is very fond of that color.
Did they just kill off Singchul's dad? That can be arranged. How about the procession?
Master requested no music procession, but 16 pallbearers. Nothing flashy. Plain clothes will do, as long as they're smart and all dressed the same.
And the carriage?
Open sedan chair, please, with 4 pairs of white plaques and 20 pairs of red plaques.
Oh, his granddad, to be fair, yeah. Any ceremonial weaponry and such?
Yes. 2 sets of gold weaponry and 2 sets of soul banners. 4 items per set.
Okay, and for the gold weaponry, a 4-piece set would be the mace, battle axe, stirrup? Alright, and fist. Listen, however you get off, I'm not one to judge. So 2 each of those, and then we could do 2 clear passage banners, plus 2 each of the flying tiger, flying carp, and flying turtle banners. I can read fine.
That will do nicely.
I'm reading fine. Alright, last thing. How about a hanging banner at the portrait pavilion?
For the hanging banner, we want an octagonal tube with 8 tassels per corner and a dome of red gauze covering the top. As for the portrait pavilion, we're looking to do 1 incense pavilion with 2 spare rooms. One is a changing room, the other is a display room, and we'd like a plain white cover over the whole thing.
Okay. Did you want that embroidered?
Ah, I knew I missed something. The family neglected to consider that in their sorrow, but it's a minor detail. What would your suggestion be?
Well, the Fey and Commerce Guild is a large and prosperous family with 4 generations living under one roof, and as the founder of this family, his lordship could not be more blessed. Added to that, he has reached a ripe old age, lived a virtuous life, and is spending his final days in peace and comfort. All in all, he has lived a very complete life. In which case, I'd recommend embroidering a Bats of Longevity motif and a Cranes of Deer of Youth motif to pass on his good fortune to the next generation.
Excellent! I must say, Director Who, you really understand your clients.
Sure. Of course, think nothing of it. Hi.
Greetings, Director Who. Lady Ningguang has arrived, and she would be most grateful if you could join her at Eugene Terrace.
Oh my god, we have to deal with Hu Tao and Kaching and Lady Ningguang before we get to anyone I'm actually fussed about. Wow, that was quick. Alright, I'll head over in 2 ticks. Butler Anne, my sincere apologies, but I'm afraid I have another meeting to get to.
Of course. I've taken plenty of your time already. Don't let me keep you.
Okay. Ferry, can I leave you to follow up on the Feyon funeral arrangements?
Of course, Director. I'll handle it.
You know, I was thinking,
The
actually...
Who family is truly blessed. It seems their directors go from strength to strength with each generation.
I was not thinking that the Who family is truly blessed. Is there anyone in Natlan I don't like, as of right now? I like Baizhu and Chi-Chi, and I like Zhongli, and... I mean, I like Xingqiu and Chongyun. Oh yeah, I don't like the Lord of the Night. That's... On my dislike for the Lord of the Night is so strong and so intense that it might as well cover everybody. I like Xiao. I like Ganyu. Who else is there? I like Garming.
I agree. She was born for the job.
I only have beef with one of the Adepti, okay? I would never say such a thing.
Yes, Madam Undertaker. I didn't get the chance to discuss payment with the director.
That's like the one thing that keeps me going during Lantern Rites that I'm not fond of, is that, given the nature of Lantern Rite, at a certain point, Zhao has to show up. And that will solve all of my problems. Well, because technically I don't have beef with Cloud Retainer. I have beef with the way that they went about humanizing her and then not doing the same for Mooncarver and Mountain Shaper.
There's no rush. I gathered from your conversation that the situation is still unfolding. This was just an initial meeting, so that we can make advanced preparations, yes?
That's right. Master asked me to come a few days ahead of time so that things aren't rushed at the last minute. On that note, please do keep everything strictly confidential for now. No public announcements.
Is he dead, or are they pre-arranging this?
Of course. You have my word.
Thanks. Could I trouble you for a pro forma invoice? Easier for the family to review that way.
We saw Chi-Chi holding Baizhu's hand, and we saw, like, half of Baizhu's waist. That's basically all we're getting this year. But people are saying that Baizhu's voiced. So clearly, he speaks. He probably has, like, one line at the end or something.
I'll get that to you in due course. Oh, hello. Can I help you?
Last year, there was, like, a single green pixel off in the distance, and that was Baizhu, and that's all we got. So even if Baiju's, we don't even get his whole body this time, it's better than last year.
Hey, Fairy! We're looking for Hu Tao. Is she here?
I mean, look, this is all about life and death, and there's a new person from Chenyu Vale. Of course Baiju's not going to show up. Why on earth would he have anything to do with this storyline?
You just missed her, unfortunately. She's attending a meeting elsewhere.
So, you know, someone's just died. Where on earth would you manage to fit a doctor into that story?
Oh. Any idea when she'll be back?
How would you naturally squeeze Baizhu into a story where someone's died? How on earth would you do that? You know, it makes no logical sense. Yeah, is this the first time Xiao isn't rerunning?
She didn't say, but she only left a moment ago.
Yeah.
She could be some time.
He always reruns during Lantern Rite, doesn't he?
If it's anything urgent, I'd be happy to take a message for you and I'll relay it to her as soon as she returns.
Instead, we have the knave. Yay!
Oh, no, it's nothing urgent. If you'd prefer to speak with her directly, you can always wait till she's free.
Instead, we have Academy.
Well, this sucks. Paimon thought Hu Tao would be done with work by now.
Don't complain, Paimon. We can hang out instead.
I guess she's got more on her plate than we realized. Well, there's not much point in hanging around here.
Lanyon's
Why don't we
eyes.
go eat and come back later?
You're absolutely right. Lanyon's eyes are gorgeous.
Paimon is getting a little hungry. But shouldn't we wait for Hu Tao? It sounded like she's gonna be a while. Besides, I can always fire up the stove again when she's back. Okay, sounds good. Madam Lan, you must be getting hungry too, right? You should come with us.
To be fair, every time the knave reruns, it should be Xiao.
Madam Lan?
Oh, sorry. I spaced out. Whatever works for you.
Alright, Fairy, we'll head off then. Can you let Hu Tao know where we are when she gets back?
Sure. Take care, everyone.
If we can just hang out with Xiangling. I like Xiangling.
Butler Anne?
I like her. We can just hang out with her.
Ma'am, do you happen to know who that young lady with the black hair is?
I haven't met her before, but that silver swallow hairpiece makes me wonder if she's from Chenyu Vale.
Yeah, so we have a story about a life and death and the boundary between life and death. And somebody has died. And someone's from Chenyu Vale. So it makes no natural sense at all to slot Baizhu into the story.
Chenyu Vale,
Something the matter?
Well, it's just... So the other day, when I was out shopping, I ran into her and Master. They were chatting away, and I noticed that she showed him a very peculiar-looking rattan figure.
So he is still alive then, or... Are they pre-arranging?
Later that day, as I was moving his lordship to a more comfortable bedroom, I saw something underneath his bed. And would you know it, it was that same rattan figure. There was some kind of spell written on it. It was icy cold to the touch and made the whole room chilly. The whole thing seems very sinister.
Oh, you're right. He has the mustache of evil.
Oh my goodness. Are you suggesting that there could be unnatural causes behind his lordship's condition?
Oh my god, if only there was somebody in Lyra who could figure that out.
Well, I've heard they practice Chi-Man magic in Chenyu Vale. Penned head fortune conveyance, fate transference, and the like.
Hi, Tammy!
The last thing I want to do is start suspecting anyone, but with his lordship bedridden and Master urging me to start discussing funeral arrangements, I can't help but think.
Tammy, I can't stress enough how every single time there's a character that's like new purely for the story and they have a mustache, they always are evil. They always have something. He's obviously one of Pantaloni's Fatui.
Sorry. Look at me rambling away. I'm sure I'm just being paranoid. Please forget I said anything, and certainly don't repeat this to anyone else.
Yeah, I suddenly don't trust you anymore.
Don't worry, Butler Anne. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor understands the importance of discretion. Client confidentiality is paramount.
Oh, he's so like slowly poisoning his lordship. The butler did it. Isn't that the one writing rule with mysteries? Let me hydrate before Andy yells at me. I was complaining about not having had a drink, and then I got a drink, and then I didn't drink it.
When on the road,
Yeah,
one
so-
should take ample time to pause
Yeah,
and
his
appreciate the
granddad
wondrous scenery
is
along the way.
not
You're about
dead
to
but
collapse,
dying,
aren't you?
and the mustached butler is actively doing it as we speak. But yeah, there's obviously something. There's obviously something in the hair care that makes mustached people evil.
Listen, let me tell you how it
Dad, I brought some friends over. I'm cooking today. Dad? Dad!
Over here, Xiangling.
Thank God for that.
Oh, there he is. He's over at Ying R's place. Let's go say hi.
That's it. The mustache itself is sentient, and when the previous host dies or is defeated by the traveler, it like rips off and it travels over to the next person. When we finally get to Celestia, it's just gonna be that one mustache. It's an Abyss creation.
What's wrong with him?
Timaeus?
That scent.
That's it. It's venom but hair.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. A few days ago, he said he wanted to come and spend the festival with me, but he started to feel unwell as soon as he arrived last night, and now he's gone and passed out.
And okay, thank you.
I think maybe the journey took it out of him, or perhaps he caught a cold on the way. Anyway, I was about to take him to Boo Boo Pharmacy to see the doctor, so I asked Chef Mao to watch the store while I'm gone.
Boo Boo Pharmacy! That's it, that's the one mention of Baizhu we get this year.
Wait, you weren't gonna carry him all that way by yourself, were you? Let us help.
He was attacked by the mustache!
I couldn't possibly ask that of you.
Don't mention it, let's just get him to the doctor. Why we just call... Why... Okay. The doctor. We're not even on first name basis anymore. It's been so long that we've forgotten each other.
If you're sure. I'm very grateful for the help.
Chicha can carry Zhao. Chicha can carry anyone.
Why don't I watch the store? As it happens, I know a thing or two about perfume. I'm sorry, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, this is Madame Lan Yen, a craftswoman from Chenyu Vale. You can trust her.
Oh, A friend of yours, then. Thank you, Madame Lanyen. That would be a huge help.
Xiangling, I guess that means we're free to head back. Let's get cooking so the troops can feast on their triumphant return.
Okay, but are we going to Boo Boo Pharmacy, though?
Great minds think alike, Dad.
I will never get over that one moment in Kaya's Hangout quest when that guy was like, oh, I need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy and talk to Baizhu, and we were like, oh, we'll come with, and Kaya told us not to. I think it was Kaya himself who told us not to. No, he can do it himself. And we had such a conversation about Baizhu, but we never got to see him, and I'll never forgive anybody for that. That was the moustache's fault as well, somehow.
Go on. Get Timaeus to Boo Boo Pharmacy. And don't forget to come eat when you're done.
You know what? I don't hate Kaya! Slander!
Thank you all.
Okay, but are we going over to Boo Boo Pharmacy, though? I mean, Baiju's already here. If this cuts, if this is a cut, we just cut to us leaving Boo Boo Pharmacy. And they're like, wow, that was a great conversation with Dr. Baizhu. The whole thing is just us skirting round Baizhu. We never get to see him. We never get to speak to him. Listen, the first time, my first day, I wasn't fond of Kaya. The first time we met, and Andy's not gonna let me forget about it. Andy will never let me forget about that one moment I was unsure about Kaya. If you ever saw Kaya with Klee, you'd understand. That was so sweet. Telling people off because they were arguing and it was upsetting Klee. Meanwhile, you bring Timaeus to Boo Boo Pharmacy where Baizhu takes him to the back room for examination. Okay. Oh, we cut to Boo Boo Pharmacy and Baiju's not going to be here, I'm telling you. You're surprised to see two other familiar faces there. Oh god. People I don't like, probably. Oh no, that's fine. Hi! Traveller Paimon, it's been a long time. What, Andy? What would be funny? You know, they should all of the dads. Yeah, see, Andy, I like these people. Happy Lantern Rite. Happy Lantern Rite, Xingqiu and Chongyun. Yeah, Xingqiu. Oh, this is awkward. I'm very sorry. Thank you. Here's hoping it will be...
What do you mean by that? Oh no, did you get sick too?
No, not me. Oh, Xingqiu. It's alright. These are dear friends. The truth needn't be hidden from them. It's my great-grandfather. Oh, we were so off. A few days ago, he didn't have the strength to get out of bed, and now he's slipped into a coma.
Oh no! Sorry to hear that. That sounds really serious.
It's not looking good. We've had several doctors come and see him, but none of them could tell what was wrong, and all left without even writing a prescription. Okay, but like... Baizhu, though?
None of them could figure out what it was? That seems strange.
Oh, come in. Yeah, take it.
There's been a fixed change.
Oh god, has there?
Sheffield Derby.
Oh, do not tell me it's like Friday.
12:30 on a Sunday afternoon. There, 3
Okay, that's not that bad. I really thought you were going to tell me it was going to be like Friday in the evening and it was going to be dark.
Sunday dinner time.
Oh, thank God for that. Chongyun's amazing to be here. They're so good to get. They're so good to each other. Well, he is over 100 years old now. It's just We're struggling to come to terms with it. Our butler came to see me a few days ago, insisting that great-grandfather has been cursed. He urged me to get an exorcist involved. So I went to take a look, and inside his lordship's room there was definitely a strange chill in the air, but I'm confident it's not caused by evil spirits. Then what is it? Well, this is just a theory, but I think he might just be old, to be fair. It's fine, you can say it. It's the mustache of evil! It's a fetter of death, a sign that death is near.
Oh no. Singcho, this must be so hard for you.
Thank you. I'll be okay. Honestly, my father and grandfather are the hardest hit by it, but we're as prepared as we can be under the circumstances. I believe my brother's already contacted the funeral parlour, and I'm here to see if Dr. Baizhu can help. My father and grandfather are at home fasting and praying. I have a question, Singcho. Why are you only seeing Baizhu now? I mean, why would I... Maybe this is just me, but I definitely wouldn't be seeing every other doctor in Liyue. Then saying, oh well, I guess there's nothing that can be done. Let's speak to the funeral parlour. But just nip to Dr. Baizhu to see, no, I'm not having a go at Singchul, trust me, I don't mean... I'm not saying it's your fault, Singchul. Oh, okay, no, new theory is that they specifically, or whoever was getting the doctors, specifically avoided Baizhu, because if it was him, he'd immediately be able to go, yeah, your butler's poisoning you. That's why. Otherwise, why would anyone see, like, everybody else but not Baizhu? If only Singchul now, if it's just Singchul saying, no, I want to go and see Dr. Baizhu, but the rest of the family weren't, that's suspicious. That in itself should be enough to open a case against them. I hope it is just Singchul who said, no, I want to go and see Dr. Baizhu. I want to see if Baizhu can help. The fact that nobody else has, though, is very suspicious. Baizhu!
Feeling any better?
Oh my god, he's actually here. Hi! Hi. Much better. I feel fit as a twiddle. I'm sure this is all because I forgot to eat breakfast. Watch him just have watch him have no lines.
It's fit as a fiddle, dear. As in the instrument, not the finger twitching.
Especially because people often use his voice line about you. Oh yeah, it's Singchul's voice line, isn't it? That people use. As if, like, oh, just because someone is often around someone else, that means they're evil. That means they're horrible. That means people take the smallest of things in this game and just run with it as if it's true. But honestly, the people who use, like, that one voice line to justify their entire misrepresentation of Baizhu, that would be like if we genuinely, seriously said that the main villain of Genshin is a moustache. Like, if we actually, and we started going on Twitter and attacking people about it and saying, no, it's the moustache, you're wrong, you're stupid. Yeah, it's, Singchul wants to talk to Chi-Chi about something, but it's difficult because Baizhu is always around. And so people were like, oh, so he's clearly abusive then. Where does that come from? Anyway, sorry, I'm interrupting.
It's nothing serious. Probably just exhaustion from the long journey. Then not resting properly afterwards.
Oh. Baizhu spoke. He had a line. Oh my god, when was the last time? It's been years. It's been 84 years. It's been what? The last time we saw him was 3.6, and it's like, what, 5.3 now? It's been almost 2 years. Hi. I don't think Chung Shung has a voice today, though, so I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to try and voice act as her. Yeah, so Mondstadt and Liyue are close enough that Hu Tao and Venti could host a thing together. The way I assume it works is that what we see in game is just like a representation. And so, like, when you have like a massive event like the International Championship, and it's meant to be like the whole of Sumeru really cares, but in reality it's just 2 or 3 NPCs sort of going like, woo! That represents actually a bigger crowd. And so, like, if you're somewhere that has, say, like 3 or 4 houses, in reality it's probably like an entire street. So I have to assume that the regions are at least big enough so that you probably would have jet lag. Like, even if they're not literally flying. Although, Duval and Express, who knows? The one VA doing the crowd work, yeah, exactly. Also, yeah, I believe that Baizhu's voice actor is not part of Formosa. So he's not on strike. Same as Xiang Ling's voice actor and a lot of the NPC voice actors. So he's not on strike, but she is.
It's all my fault.
I'm prescribing a nutritious soup to be taken every night before bed. Here's the recipe. That should sort him out. But if his symptoms persist, make sure to come and see me again.
Wow, this is Baiju's second voice line, and already he's like being a doctor doing... Baizhu has such a radical way of approaching medical care and everything, in that he does medical care. Completely unheard of over here, of course, but he has this really strange way of going about it, in that he, like, actually looks at his patient and makes an effort to figure out what's going on, and then prescribes things to make them better. And I feel like that's... I mean, I've never heard of a doctor doing that. I'm not familiar with that idea, but I just wonder how different, like, medical care would be over here if our doctors looked at the patient, tried to figure out what was going on, and then made an effort to make them feel better. Clearly we have very different definitions of the word doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Baizhu.
Looks like Timaeus is gonna be alright. That's a relief.
Thanks to Baizhu. Yinger says you helped bring me here. Thank you ever so much. Don't mention it.
Yingar, you should probably get this guy back right away. Baizhu says he needs to rest.
Yinger, sorry. With soup.
Agreed. Plus, I shouldn't keep Madame Lanyan waiting too long. Drop by later when you've got a second, so I can thank you both properly.
Dr. Baizhu. Hi.
Ah, Master Xingqiu. I won't beat around the bush. The situation is looking a little more complicated than I'd initially thought.
What do you mean? Oh god, okay, Baizhu wasn't speaking the whole truth just now. Timaeus' situation is exceptionally strange, like strikingly similar to his lordship's condition. That was exactly how Changsheng sounds. Wait, so Timaeus has the same illness as my great-grandfather?
It would appear so, although it's debatable whether it is an illness per se. The truth is, they are both aging at an accelerated rate.
Okay. What, really?
Yes, significantly faster than the average person. But so far, I have not managed to determine the cause.
The difference here is that Baiju's totally still going to try and determine the cause, whereas my doctors would just be like, so genuinely just piss off, I can't be arsed. Genuinely, I had a doctor telling me, and I was 11 years old, telling me to, and I sincerely, genuinely, honestly quote, to just ride off into the sunset. When my mum asked, so what do we do now? A doctor said to me, an 11-year-old, just ride off into the sunset. Like, yeah, thanks. Yeah, well, whatever you do, don't see a rheumatologist. Like I said, two very different... Baiju's methods, they're unprecedented. No one ever acts like this in real life. Not only does it mystify Baizhu, even I've never witnessed such a malady. Unless, of course, it was so long ago that I have since forgotten. Not only am I amazing at reading, but I am a wonderful Chong voice actor. And as well, the fact that I was only 11, I was 11 years old. I was 21. Was I 21? I was 21 when I was actually diagnosed by the one medical professional that I kept being told that I didn't need to see. Timaeus is in the prime of his life, so a little extra exhaustion is nothing dangerous. But his lordship is so advanced in years already. That's terrible. So something is surreptitiously cutting years off their lives.
Cutting years off their lives? What a turn of phrase. That sounds horrible.
Baizhu even tried using the secret art on Timaeus earlier. Okay, I mean, don't do that, Baizhu. Paimon is too good for this. But it was useless. This is a most stubborn disease. So, context, because I am aware that only one person here knows. So, Tammy, the white snake is like this mystical being who was known as a herb lord. She has this ability. She forms contracts with human doctors, and at the moment it's Baizhu. And she has this ability to basically take an illness from somebody and transfer it onto the person she's contracted with. So, the ability to be cute, that's what she's here for. The magical ability to be cute. So what happens is that Baizhu is a fully, he is a doctor in his own right. He can diagnose and cure people, and he's wonderful at it. But sometimes there will be somebody who has something that's incurable, technically, or something that isn't fully understandable. So in that case, if it's like a dire circumstance, the snake will then basically take the illness from the person, transfer it onto Baizhu, so then the patient is fine. But now Baizhu has to deal with it. But she's able to kind of keep him alive, basically. Sort of. But that means that Baizhu is perpetually unwell. He's always ill. He's always not well. Nobody really knows about this, though. But yeah, that's what the snake's there for. So what I'm saying is that Baizhu, please don't take the perpetually aging illness. He can take on conditions to study them, yeah, because if he has it and he's experiencing it, that's easier, that's better than, like, hearing what other people are saying about it. He has first-hand experience, so he can then use his own expertise to figure out what's going on. He is basically slowly dying, but he has a zombie daughter, right? He is trying to figure out how to gain immortality. Because how it works is that when the contractor, they always die young. Which again is why I'm saying don't make yourself older, Baizhu. They're all destined to die young. And so then the White Snake has to form a new contract with somebody else. Because if the contractor dies, she also dies. So if Baizhu dies and there's nobody else to pass on the contract to, she will also die. And Baizhu doesn't want that. So he's trying to basically make himself immortal. But he'll still be constantly, perpetually unwell. He'll still always have some kind of illness that he's dealing with at any one time. But he won't die, which means that nobody else will have to take on the contract, and nobody else will have to die. And they can just go on forever, basically. The fandom takes that and makes out that he is a terrible person who's experimenting on the zombie child, even though he only experiments on himself. But for some reason the fandom get really weird. With parents and parental figures, they think it's really strange when an adult has like a child that they're looking after. They're completely incapable of understanding parents. I don't know. The fandom's weird. That's why we're here in this corner and we don't interact with anybody else. So yeah, that's basically the story of the White Snake. I think I've covered everything.
There are a few other remedies I can try, even if it's just trial and error at this point. This morning I sent Chi-Chi to Mount Chingsa to look for a certain herb. There's still a chance we might turn things around if we're lucky.
Can't believe he doesn't know what's going on, but he's still actively trying to figure it out.
Oh, and speaking of Chingsa, has his lordship been there recently, Master Xingqiu?
Oh, is something going on with Chingsa? Yeah, he has various chronic illnesses. He is, for all intents and purposes, he is chronically ill. And it's wonderful. For me, it's great representation, genuinely. The way he acts around it is so, like, I understand exactly. I get it. To Chingsa Village, you mean? It's like he's constantly got some kind of, canonically speaking, he basically always has some kind of, like, organ failure going on. He has breathing problems at night. He's often vomits up blood before going to bed. Sometimes he just has to stay in bed all day, and it's known as like one of those days where he's just so unwell that he can't get up. And so some people will often say that he's rarely seen in the pharmacy because he goes out and visits most of his patients while being that unwell. He's genuinely wonderful, and I will happily recruit people into the Baizhu fandom. There's not many people.
And then the patient from Mondstadt, who I just saw, tells me he stopped off in Chingsa Village during his journey. I can't help but wonder if there's some connection.
I have chains on my glasses. Anything more than that and it would piss me off. I also forgot to read Changshang, I think. Yes, we visit there every year during Lantern Rite to run a clinic, but this year, before the clinic had even started, they sent someone all the way here to ask for medical advice. The situation seems urgent. We'll probably meet Chi-Chi, the zombie daughter, by the way. I have to assume. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe great-grandfather visited some friends in Chingsa Village not too long ago. My father went with him. Ah, just as we suspected. What is it? I heard the rumours about a god remains in Chingsa. Is that what's causing this? God's remains? Which one? Well, firstly, I read about this in a book I bought from a street vendor, so it's not the most credible source. But the book told of a hidden palace in the Chingsa mountain range called the Hidden Palace of Show Formula. It is enchanted with the 7 and 8 gates method, which it suppressed countless evil spirits, the most revered of them being a god known as Tao Do. The tree!
Wait, so Tao Do's remains? That's what's causing this mystery illness?
Not to steal anyone's thunder, but while I do suspect a connection with Chingsa village, I highly doubt that god remains are the cause.
Yeah, so he's very knowledgeable of god remains, so if it was that, he would know about it. That's right, the slightest trace of god remains, and Baizhu and I would surely have sensed them.
Good point. Then what could be the true cause?
Master Xingqiu, I will head to Chingsa village to investigate further after Chi-Chi returns. Hopefully, I will have more answers after that.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, we're pros at gathering stuff. Just tell us where to go and we'll track down those herbs, no problem.
I am most grateful for the offer. I'll be sure to let you know if I need your assistance.
Thank you for everything, Dr. Baizhu.
Merely doing my duty.
Yeah, we have to make sure the zombie daughter is safe, especially with Hu Tao running around. Hu Tao keeps trying to bury her. Well, you take care of yourself too, Baizhu, and I genuinely mean it. You'd better.
Don't worry about me. I'm keenly aware of my limits.
I just realised Herbalist Gwei just in the background. You can't do a scene in front of Herbalist Gwei and have him just NPCing back there. The thing is that, you know, it's not a lie that Baizhu is aware of his limits. The problem is he doesn't, you know, pay attention to them. He's fully capable of saying, you know what, I have completely passed my limits while continuing. He's aware of them, he just doesn't care. Traveller Paimon, it was good to see you, but now I must return home and relay Dr. Baiju's words to my family. And also ask them why they didn't see Baizhu in the first place. He's so good at what he does that people from other places, like all over Teyvat, which is the world that they live on, that all over people will travel to visit Baizhu. There was somebody that was in Mondstadt, which is where Timaeus is from, who had what seemed like an incurable illness. Baizhu managed to figure it out, now she's fine. Even in Inazuma, which is fictional Japan, right, so they're way out of the way and only recently opened up their borders. Even someone there, it's like the borders opened up and they immediately went and did business with Baizhu. Maybe they did have to wait in line. He only charges people who can afford it, and he'll often tell people specifically not to pay him. And so those people will then think they're being so sneaky by gifting him like fruits and pastries and stuff, because he won't accept payment. But they're like, for God's sake, I'm bloody paying you. So they'll give him food and stuff instead. There's a line about how there's always fresh pastries in the pharmacy, because patients will not stop gifting him pastries. It's very cute. Bye everyone, and don't worry about me, I'm doing fine. In all honesty, I've never been as close with my great-grandfather as my father and grandfather. Given his age, he already wasn't speaking much by the time I was around.
Hey, come on now. We get that you don't want us to worry, but there's no need to downplay it, alright? We should be supporting you here, not the other way around.
Paimon's a lot smarter than I remember. I guess it's been a long time since we last met. It really has, actually, Chongyun.
Hey! Paimon's always been smart.
Oh my god, again, Karina. They're so good. You know, recently, a phrase that somebody, I don't know, always says has been on my mind a lot. Living life, dying death. But she must be exceptionally busy these days, as I've barely seen her at all. So how about we go for a meal together in a few days' time when everything's calmed down? Sounds great, I'm free whenever. Then it's decided. See you in a few days.
Even though Baizhu ruled out God remains as the cause, Paimon still wants to get to the bottom of this Tao Du business. Oh, it's a shame Kuching had to disappear before she could tell us more.
Honestly, if Baizhu says it's not God Remains, then it's not God Remains. Lan Yan seems quite knowledgeable about it too.
True. Then let's head back and ask her. Come on, Xiangling's waiting on us too.
Can we still speak to... Yay! There's two of us. No, show me. Show me.
Something else I can help you with?
Oh, so much. About the God Remains in Mount Qingse. Still musing about that, I suppose you're remembering the events with Zhang Li and the Jia Liang from last time. It did cross our minds as well. Oh my god, fire. If we're twins, does that mean that one of us is Pantalone? At the time, we assumed the God Remains in question were the Chi blood, but hearing what Master Xingqiu has had to say has us second-guessing ourselves. Perhaps it wasn't the Chi after all, but Tao Do.
Either way, there's no trace of any god remains on his lordship or Timaeus. There has to be another explanation for their symptoms.
Yes, we'll just have to wait until Chi-Chi comes back. Is Chi-Chi coming back? See... This is more suspicious than if it could have been than if it was any other character. I am the pants in this situation. Yeah, I don't want to go to dinner with Hu Tao. Can we just wait for the daughter to come back? Okay. Oh, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. This is probably this was more interaction than I expected. Baizhu is very much the Horror-bee of Genshin. I feel like it's fair to say.
But if you
that
never
from a
test the
fan
limits,
perspective,
how can anyone know where the boundaries of these laws are?
From a fan perspective, Baizhu is the Horror-bee of Genshin. He rarely shows up, and when he does, people have the weirdest things to say about him. Return to Scent of Spring. That's Yinger's shop, right? Ah! Oh, I'm gonna fall in. Oh wow, isn't the frame rate here absolutely gorgeous? Ah! Just get. Hurry, I'm hungry. Actually, I haven't eaten yet. Hurry, go, faster! There's so many frame rates in my game right now. I miss Lyra. I miss Mondstadt as well. Excuse me? Eula? Hello? Okay.
This should be enough.
Oh, Eula, this gift envelope is for you? Do I have... What's happening right now? Oh, I lied. I'm sorry, Eula. I just went up to her. Hi, I have an envelope for you. I don't have an envelope for you. What is happening? What's going on? Someone tell me what's happening! of the events. I feel like I'm maybe not gonna do this right now then. You make envelopes and then give them to the... Okay, I'll give you blue then, since you're Eula. I can't declare vengeance on you. Spring has come. Good fortune awaits. No. Wishing you success in all your endeavors. And that includes all of the people you are committed to vengeancing. Which is a word. Do you have a sticker? Does you? I don't think you... Eula, you don't have a sticker. Who would you get on with? I'll give you a Paimon. Everyone likes Paimon. There you go. Little Paimon. Can you get this wrong, by the way? Oh my god, Baizhu stickers! How do I unlock? Oh, Eula, you do have a sticker over there. Should I wait until I've unlocked these? Maybe I should wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm nervous. Sorry, Eula, I lied. I'll come back to you. Oh, I walked straight past. Did I walk straight past? Excuse... What? Oh, it is here. It is here. Hi. Yeah, I need to figure out how that event works before I event it.
You're back. Thanks again for helping me get Timaeus to the doctor. Please, take this Mora as a small token of our gratitude.
If I could spend the rest of the game just taking people to the doctor, I happily would. But you shouldn't have. I barely lifted a finger. It was Paimon. Paimon carried him. Well, that's got to be an understatement. I doubt you carried me all the way to Boo Boo Pharmacy by one finger. Honorary Knight, I can't thank you enough. Please let us forgive you something. What? That never happened. Please let us give you something for your effort. Timaeus is just a little bit loopy on his meds at the moment.
Paimon thinks you're misunderstanding what that phrase means, but okay.
I read that fine.
You'll have to excuse him. I think his efforts to learn the local dialect have fried the language part of his brain.
That's what happened.
Alright, well, no more studying for you. Go get some rest. Doctor's orders. And if you take a turn for the worse, get back to Boo Boo Pharmacy right away.
By the way, where did Lanyan go?
Yes. I almost forgot to mention. She said she went to catch up with Director Hu. She told me to pass on the message.
Wait, so she left?
Yeah, there are different languages in Tibet. If he's struggling with the dialect. Interesting. Yinga, I'd like 3... Oh, what's this? Is Center Spring under new management?
Perish the thought. Miss Yingar had to run an errand, so I'm just watching the shop until she gets back.
I see. Well, Miss Temporary New Management, could I trouble you for 3 boxes of red dust under rolling clouds?
Red dust under rolling clouds. I think that rings a bell. Not a scent the average young lady would choose, though.
Listen, it's not my fault. I'm just struggling with learning the local dialect. Correct, so you probably won't find it on the shelves. More likely hidden in a corner out the back somewhere. Would you mind digging it out?
Not at all. One moment.
Suspicious. She can't be suspicious. She's not got a moustache.
Here. Is this what you're looking for? If I'm not mistaken, it's used exclusively for ritual purposes.
was. This was specifically made to bully me. Oh, a lady of culture, I see. That is not common knowledge.
Let me wrap this up for you.
Wait, I see it now. You're from the land lineage of Cheney Vale, aren't you?
Huh? How can you tell?
Your hairpiece is the jade-plumed Silverwing, one of the three immortals of Do. I forgot. Am I right or am I right?
How did... Sorry, who are you?
She's no one. Let's just say I'm a fellow lady of culture, but alas, I'm in a rush today, so I'll have to say goodbye for now. Hope we meet again soon, Miss Temporary New Management.
Huh?
There's way too much detail on that hairpiece.
Grandpa was right. Liyue Harbor is full of hidden talents. I would never have expected the average perfume customer to be so knowledgeable.
Is the bird really necessary? Yeah, I mean, look at these patterns on the hair. Does that really need to be there? I don't think so.
Director Who? I gotta say, that outfit looks really good on you.
So there's this artist person on YouTube. She calls herself an art educator. And she criticizes Genshin character designs and like VTuber character designs. But in the weirdest way. And the best example I can give is that there's one character called Nivelette who is a hydro dragon. He's in human form, but he basically controls all of the water. And so his outfit is quite flowy and floaty, like water. And one of his attacks is that he literally hovers above the air. I'll turn into him to show you when we're finished. So his outfit sort of allows for that, and it's quite floaty when he's up in the air and everything. And when he swims, it's also floaty because he is basically water personified. And this art person, it wasn't how, this is how I would do it. It was, this is how it should be. And so she was talking about how his design was too elaborate, bearing in mind he is from the region that's based on France. So he's like a high-class French person, basically. Apparently too much detail in his outfit. And he was too floaty, and she decided that he should be, not that she wanted him to be, but that he should be more square in his design. Even though everything about him is supposed to embody water and be floaty, but he was supposed to be square. Another one is that Zhongli, who I'll also show you, he is the he's the god of, like, Geo. He's the god of the earth element. But apparently, according to his colour scheme, he looked more like fire. And it was all just, you can, by all means, criticise character designs, but if you're making entire videos that are just factually incorrect, it was really irritating to get through. Also, I don't want to say that it was a little bit racist at times, but it was a little bit racist at times. Like, actively going after cultural elements, saying they're not necessary and they're too busy, and like this one outfit that's very, very sort of Indian and Middle Eastern inspired, and she was saying there's too much gold. There shouldn't be any gold. And have you seen? Like, do you? Sure, it's okay if you don't know, but then why are you criticizing this outfit and this design if you don't have the information to do so and be culturally sensitive about it? And there's another one that went on, like, saying that Japanese inspired outfit was unnecessary, but I don't really remember fully.
Oh,
What do you
that's
mean,
good to
Yunjin new
hear.
song? Is she getting a new song? Did I not? Does she have a new song?
Wait, Director who?
Hey, we're back. Thanks for watching the store, Madame Lan.
Miss Yingar, that person you spoke to just now. Who was that?
Hu Tao, Director Hu Tao of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Huh? But I thought she wore the funeral parlor uniform. With the Harmony hexagram hat?
I guess she just changed into something more festive for the festival.
Shoot! I was face to face with her, and I had no idea. Sorry, Miss Yingar. Something's come up. Please let the others know I had to leave.
Huh? What could possibly be so urgent?
And then she just ran off after Hu Tao. Weird.
Maybe she'll be at the funeral parlor.
Are you going to look for her? If so, could you take this with you? I just found it in the store.
Huh? Wait, isn't this one of those rattan figures?
Whatever it is, we don't sell them. So I'm guessing Madame Lan left it here by accident.
Yeah, well, she definitely makes these. Although, this one's pretty different from the one she made for the street fair. Plus, it has a sigil on it for some reason.
Not the kind of thing you see every day, that's for sure. It could be important, so if it does belong to Madame Lan, I'd like to get it back to her as soon as possible.
Well, then let's head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor again. Whatever it's for, the sooner she gets it back, the better.
Okay, yes, so Nouvelette. I'm switching to him. This person. I was talking about this person. Is the Hydro Dragon. He is a dragon in human form that is basically in charge of all of the water. And his attack is this in a minute. And you can move about and stuff. So, like, he's floaty. I didn't mean to attack Yingar, but apparently that's what I'm doing today. But yeah, I know, I'm sorry, Mr. Millilith. But yeah, so this is, yeah. You see how he's quite floaty at the back, all blue and floaty, because he's supposed to represent water. But yeah, because he's also a judge, she thought that all of this had to be square, because screw everything else about him. To her, the only thing that's important in character design is the job and nothing else. Even though we did not know his identity at the beginning, but we all assumed that he was either like an Oceanid or the Hydro Dragon, and we could tell that because of his design, which to me says that the design was clearly very well thought out. But no, he wasn't square enough, because despite the fact that in game, his outfit as well, the top part, very clearly, there are symbols in the game that represent the court that are also present in his outfit. So if you're playing the game, then you know that they're connected. But because you can't look at him immediately and go, yes, he's definitely a judge, that means that his design is crap. Even though in game, everything makes sense. But because she didn't know straight away that he was a judge, that meant he had to be more square. And I will show you Zhongli as well for a minute. Oh, right, yeah, no, but she, got rid of this. I'm sure she took issue with it. With the scales. I could be wrong. But I'm sure she did. Or there was something stupid that she took issue with. that actually did represent what she was talking about. Zhongli. This person. So this person is the god, which is like lower than dragon, but you know, he is the god of the earth element, Geo. But she decided that his color scheme said that he looked more like he was associated with fire, the fire element. And I sincerely want to know where. Like, I need to know where in his color scheme. Especially when you see all the other Geo characters, and it's very clear that they have this similar color scheme. So, is it not clear in this context of the game what element he is? And also, does it matter? Because if you play the game, you'll know that this is the colour of Geo. But if you don't play the game, why would you be trying to guess what element everybody is? Because you wouldn't know that that was... that was... What's the word I'm looking for? That was part of the game. Also, what element is this person? I dare you to figure that out. They don't have to dress for their element. They have other things going on. Oh yeah, I wanted to show Andy some Natlan eyes. I don't think you can really see him very well from here, but they all have, like, they've been really upping the game with eyes. Yeah, he's the he's the sexy element. He's wait, hang on, where are you? You. She's the sexy element. I mean... Also, I would like to point out that I am sure you can tell what vehicle this person drives just by looking at her. Yeah, let's talk about Risley. Oh, this is Chi-Chi! This is Chi-Chi, who I have now. This is Chi-Chi. She's a zombie. Yeah, she is the how is that not irritating your flesh element. I mean, I love her so much, but that looks so uncomfortable. Like, there's going to be metal digging into your cleavage, surely. Oh, there's Zhao. Here's Zhao. We like Zhao. She has to be wearing stuff underneath. But yeah, I don't usually like complaining about people. That's 100% true. But she just really rubbed me the wrong way. Because it's fine to think. It's fine to have your opinions about character design. But it's a bit like saying to Square Venti. Like, he is the god of wind. Which is why he's all floaty as well. Which requires a certain amount of... And also the way she was going about it was how they look in a 2D image, but that's not how they're supposed to be played. You have to take into account the moving pieces and everything. But yeah, this is the god of Futo City. This is the god of Kamen Rider Double. Oh yeah, there was a bit about Tignari, and I can't remember specifically what it was. One of the things is that he has this on his back is a, what am I thinking? It's a type of magnifying glass that is pertinent to like him and his background. She got rid of it because she didn't understand it, therefore it was bad. And I'm sure there was something about getting rid of a culturally significant part of like his sash or something. Oh, I can.
Who ate a poisonous mushroom this time?
Me, I did. Can you load, please? Tignari, please. How do I menu them? In the menu. Hang on, let me change because I don't actually want you here.
Welcome to Chioria Boutique.
Let me get to the menu. I need to show them off properly. We are taking a detour to do this. I get very passionate, can you tell? Yeah, Tignari's not my favourite design either, but what I have plenty of, like, criticisms, but what I wouldn't criticise are the cultural aspects of his design. Oh yeah, we can go, can't we? This is like a part, it's like from his childhood or something. But obviously she didn't know the story, so she didn't know, so she got rid of it. Andy, are you still here? Because I can see you, I can show you Kenichi's eyes properly now. Just because like, they're going really colourful with the eyes nowadays, and it's wonderful. Who else? Who else? Oh, Kaya! Because I have this outfit on. This outfit is very, apparently it's very sort of Indian and Middle Eastern inspired. So I read. And so she was like, there's too much gold. There's too much gold in his outfit. There shouldn't be this much gold. And I'm just thinking, have you never seen... Have you never seen, like, an Indian, Middle Eastern inspired outfit before? There's gonna be gold. And I feel like you should do the base level of research before making statements like that. Of course, that just because something doesn't look appealing to you doesn't mean that it won't look appealing to somebody of the culture that the outfit is designed for. Just because you don't get it doesn't mean that it's bad. And it doesn't give you the right to go about trying to change it and say that, oh, there shouldn't be this much gold. Like, there shouldn't be this much gold. Like, the visceral reaction she had to seeing Kaya in this outfit for the first time. So, but of course there's gonna be gold! What's your problem? You don't have to like it! You don't have to think it's the most gorgeous outfit to ever exist. But given the inspiration, there's not even that much gold, to be honest. Is there really that much gold here? But at the end of the day, that's not that much. Yeah, that's fine, you go. I'm just venting. Like, venti. Oh, I miss Kaya. Oh, and I'm sure... So, he is from a place called Canria. And, there are, like, star and diamond sort of motifs. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be going for a while. I don't know if everyone's gonna stay with me, but I'm gonna be going for a while. Yeah, like the specific shaped motifs that are related to Canria. And so in the other outfit, which is this one, where are you? All over, can you, Kaya, can you spin for me, please? All over, like, here, this is, like, the symbol of Canria. Which is a bold choice for him, given that people aren't supposed to know. But this is a symbol of Canria. So it's important to him, right? So she got rid of them because it didn't tell you anything about it when it was too much detail. She hates detail. And I could be wrong, but I specifically remember reading people saying, no, you can't change his eye tells you where he's from. Which makes me think that she must have changed his eye? Regardless, I don't need to keep complaining, but that's... That's what we were talking about anyway. Oh yeah, Chiori was one. I'm so sorry, I will get back to the game soon, I promise. Chiori was one, right? Because if you see her shoes, like you see her shoes, they're very much inspired by actual Japanese shoes, like a specific type. I forget what they're called, but they're outright, they're based on a very real thing that exists. Like, creative liberties have been taken with the design, but the concept is still the same. But she really went after this, and that's what I mean by certain bits being a little bit racist. Oh, there are certain moments where it's like, you're critiquing them purely because they're based on a culture that is not your own. And that's your problem with it. And it's fine if you don't know things, but you should know that, you know, if you're going to be making videos about Genshin character designs, then at the very least you have to do a base level research. And a base level research will tell you that it's based on different cultures in the world. Like, all the fictional places are based on real life countries and cultures and everything. And so then you should at the very least know, for example, that Baizhu is from Liyue, which is fictional fantasy China. Or Farina and Nouvellette are from Fontaine, which is fictional fantasy France. You should know that at the very least before going into it, and then surely that will tell you that, oh, this person's based on fictional fantasy Japan, maybe the design, I don't know that much about Japanese fashion design, but maybe it's based on that. You should at least have that in your mind before going into it. Otherwise, there's a difference between not knowing something and just willfully being ignorant. And I promise I'm getting on with the game.
Hey, Miss Undertaker! Are Hu-Tao and Madame Lan back yet?
Sorry, I'm afraid not.
Really? How strange. They were definitely heading this way. Maybe Hu-Tao had another appointment. Any idea where we might find them?
Honestly, yeah, I don't know. She was American. At the very least, that's all I can tell you. But I'm angry at fancy French fashion, especially since there's a whole history about why French fashion is so detailed. And again, you don't need to understand it all, you don't need to know it all, but if you know that the character you're about to be critiquing is based on fictional fantasy France, try saying that 3 times fast, then surely you'd have like a quick, like, Google exists. That's all I'm saying.
If it was anything business related, I expect the director would have let me know. I was aware she had a meeting earlier today, for instance. But she doesn't keep me informed about her private affairs.
So you're saying Hu Tao is dealing with a private matter?
It's
I so
possible.
care.
The director seems to have had a lot on her mind lately. In the past, she'd usually show up to work in the mid-morning, but recently she's been getting here before the sun's up. She said she's had trouble sleeping and has been dreaming more than usual.
Trouble sleeping? Are we talking about the same Hu Tao here? That doesn't sound like her at all.
I'd honestly rather not be
You
talking
might
about
want to
Hu
talk
Tao
to
at
our
all.
consultant, Zhongli. He's closer to her than I am.
Oh god, Zhongli. I wonder what element he is.
Oh, good idea. How did we not think of that? So, where could we find him? Probably sipping tea somewhere, right?
He's just across the road on the second floor, watching an opera. If you listen carefully, you might be able to hear it.
Oh yeah, Paimon here's singing! Seems like Zhongli is the only one taking it easy today. Let's go say hi!
I am so in the mood for some Chinese opera right now. That's so cute if those two are just hanging out. That's so sweet. Every time Yunjin sings like an opera, they keep the original language. Oh, that makes me so happy! You're having a private concert? Hi, Yunjin! See, I like Yunjin. I like Lyra characters, I promise. Oh god, do I have to speak low? I can sing low, I can't speak low. Remarkable, Miss Yun. You have breathed fresh air. Fresh life, rather. Oh my god. That never happened. Okay, take two. Deep breaths. I can act. Remarkable, Miss Yun. You have breathed fresh life into an old classic, and I dare say... oh, for God's sake. And I dare say surpass the original. Look, Zhongli is northern now. And there's nothing you can do about it. You flatter me, Mr. Zhongli. I'm just glad my voice held out. I'm a little out of practice.
Nonsense, Miss Yoon. You were as stunning as ever. And if that was you out of practice, well, the official Lantern Rite performance is sure to be truly sensational.
Are you performing in Lantern Rite again? No, it's been way too long since you did that.
Hey, Zhongli! Hey, Yunjin! How's it going?
I'm happy now. I'm thrilled. Wow, Traveller and Paimon, what a lovely surprise. It's been too long, old friends. Are you here for the opera? Can we be? Can we just be here for the opera, actually?
Oh dear, what a pity. I'm afraid you just missed today's performance. And Miss Yoon needs to rest her voice now, or she'll strain it.
You're going to be singing later, though. It's okay, Tea Master Liu. These two are good friends of mine. If they'd like to hear me sing, a few more minutes won't do me any harm. Yunjin, I would love to hear you sing, but please don't strain your voice.
Thanks, Yunjin. But hopefully you don't think we came here just to show up late and demand a private performance.
You're sounding tired, by the way, Andy. Go to bed. Oh, of course not. I'm guessing you're here for Mr. Zhongli, then. We're also here to see you, Yunjin. Oh, and how might I be of assistance?
Okay, so a friend of ours left something behind at a shop. We're trying to return it to her, and all we know is she's probably with Hu Tao. Any idea where Hu Tao might be?
I'll be honest, it's been so long since we decided to visit Zhongli that I forgot why we were here. Zhongli, what I'm actually here for is that there's this person. The director is a free spirit who roams far and wide, as she could be most anywhere.
Oh, great. Well, this is just fantastic.
Andy, go to bed. I will stay here and find Hu Tao. You go to bed and have your class tomorrow. Is it something important? The thing she left behind, I mean.
That's the thing. We don't know what it's for, but we want to get it back to her as soon as possible, just in case she really needs it.
Show the rattan figure. Andy, go bed.
Oh, goodness. That's what you're trying to get back to her? But isn't that a pentad rattan?
Is it? What does that mean? Pentad rattan? So you recognize this?
Haven't you heard? The word on the street is that the patriarch of the Feiyun Commerce Guild has fallen gravely ill. They say his family found an ominous-looking rattan figure in his bedroom, and there was a pentad fortune conveyance talisman on it.
Ooh.
That cursed thing must have been put there to steal his good fortune. It's destroying his health, wealth, and every other good thing in his life. And based on the description, your rattan figure looks suspiciously similar. It could even be the one that... get it away from me. I don't...
Oh, sorry.
Relax, it's
I
fine.
interrupted you.
This one definitely belongs to Madame Lan. Besides, we've had it on us this whole time and nothing bad's happened to us yet.
Well, to be fair... How long have we had it on us? Well, since we got it. Yeah, I suppose. We haven't seen anyone I don't like since getting it. Also, Andy, you are baby. Go to bed. Madame Lan? You mean from the Chenyu Vale Artisans Association?
Oh, now that would explain a lot. The Lans of Chenyu Vale practice Chi-Men magic. This pentad fortune conveyance business would be right up their alley.
Go to bed until your class tomorrow?
This leaves only one question unanswered. Namely, why would the Lans of Chenyu Vale have a bone to pick with the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
I'm close to 30. Your baby. Go to bed.
What? Will you listen to yourself? You can't seriously believe all that. You'd sooner convince Paimon that Rex Lapis was a slime.
So there was this thing in Genshin called the, Andy, have I ever told you about the slime theory? Have I ever told you about the slime theory? Because as somebody who adores the Kamen Rider number theory, you'll love it. But basically there's this whole thing that the slimes actually do represent the Archons, and I'll explain it in a second. Bear with me. Yeah, it was that the slimes represent the Archons. In that, obviously, the Geo ones have shields that you have to break in order to fight them, and so does Zhongli. There was the idea then that the real Dendro Archon must be hiding because the Dendro slimes hide. It works because there are 2 Electro slimes and there are 2 Electro Archons. Beyond that, it kind of falls apart. But, you know, I'm making the Kamen Rider number theory work. I can make this work as well. The latter is certainly the more compelling theory. Master Liu, you appear to have been misinformed by these rumours, and also failed to notice the Guyan sigil on this particular rattan figure.
Oh? Please enlighten me, Mr. Zhongli.
This is the sign of, bear with me, Viceroy of Vyasravana, one of the 4 main exorcism sigils, a most upstanding and auspicious sign, by no means cursed. As a matter of fact, A series of fortune coins bearing the exorcism sigils recently entered circulation in Lyra Harbour. I am somewhat surprised that you didn't recognize it, Master Liu.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I remember now. Thank you for jogging my memory, Mr. Zhongli. I am humbled by your superior erudition.
This makes way more sense than Madame Long going around trying to curse people to death.
I guess the rattan figure they found in his lordship's room must have been put there by someone in his family to bring good luck.
In that case, there's a good chance Madame Long also purposely left this behind to keep Tamea safe and well.
Yet she doesn't have a mustache, so she's fine. In all likelihood, yes.
Guess we don't need to find her so urgently after all. We were just worried that losing this might have ruined her plans. But that said, what did she need Hu Tao for anyway? And what is Hu Tao up to that's keeping her so busy? Paimon has a bad feeling about it for some reason.
Wait a minute, Sass has sent me a rat. Just sent me a chef rat. Oh, sweetie pie. Sorry, Paimon, I'll get to you in a minute. Oh, any ideas, Zhongli? I'm such a good streamer. The director's mind is a labyrinth I could not hope to comprehend. She probably has more things she has to think about than the rest of us combined.
Are any of those thoughts the kind that keep someone up at night?
She has never mentioned that. But as the director of the Rangshong funeral parlour, she has a solemn duty to balance the forces of life and death in Lyra. I would be surprised, and even a little unsettled, if she were truly as carefree as she appears. I agree, I've known Hu Tao for a little while now. For just a while now, not a little while. For a whole while, in fact. And for all her eccentricities, she takes pride in what she does, and as her friends, we should just be there for her when she needs us. Indeed, the director's competence is the only reason I can afford to sit here enjoying a fine cup of tea and listening to the opera.
Having a competent boss isn't an excuse to slack off, you know.
Yeah, you heard him! I think Mr. Zhongli just means you should have faith in Hu Tao. There's no need to worry about her so much.
Fair point. Somehow seeing how calm Zhongli is about the whole thing does make Paimon feel much more at ease.
You two ought to be out enjoying the festivities. The Lantern Rite only comes once a year, so make the most of it. If you're still worried, take this. A coin, thank you! A fortune coin. It has recently become customary to give them as gifts, so in the spirit of the season, this is my gift to you.
Wow! Zhongli actually left the house with cash? Now this is a Lantern Rite to remember.
Listen, the only thing this can buy is friendship, Paimon.
Goodness gracious! Mr. Zhongli, that looks like a very special coin you have there. Is that one of the fabled Rex coins?
Oh my god, no way. How on earth would he have gotten one of those?
Rex coin?
Yes. Look at the design on the face. It's quite different from the typical coins you see in circulation. It appears to be a symbol of Rex Lapis. There's no doubt about it. This is a Rex coin, which means it once passed through the hands of the Lord of Geo himself.
No way! Oh my god, I never would have guessed. Zhongli, you're so crap at this. For context, Tammy, he is the Lord of Geo. But nobody knows that he is the Lord of Geo. But that is him. It is literally in his hand right now. He's so crap at pretending not to be. I'm so convinced that everyone in Lyra actually knows full well who he is, but they're just being polite by pretending not to. It is simply a curio I picked up from a street vendor, Master Liu. Almost certainly a replica, but I can introduce you to the vendor if you are interested. These two know. These two know that he is in fact the Lord of Geo.
Oh, so it's just a souvenir then? I assumed it was a family heirloom of great value.
How on earth would someone like Zhongli have gotten such a thing? Traveller, please take this. May it bring you comfort when your mind is troubled.
So it's an anti-anxiety coin? How is that supposed to work?
It works by knowing that you're besties with the Lord of Geo.
Ah, well, even if the coin itself is a replica, the symbol of Rex Lapis is still genuine. And if the symbol is real, so are its effects. So as long as you have this coin, Rex Lapis will always be with you.
No way. Wow. Rex Lapis has never been with me. For context, this is Rex Lapis.
Mr. Zhongli, would you mind showing me to the vendor from whom you acquired this coin? I wouldn't mind procuring a little of the Lord of Geo's good fortune for myself.
See what you're doing to yourself, Zhongli? Very well, the walk will do me good. Friends, may we meet again soon. You're so crap at this, Zhongli. By the way, I'll be performing the Sanctification of Taudu on the day of the Lantern Rite. That's the one I was just practicing earlier. It's only a few days away now. I'd be honoured if you could come and support me.
Oh, that's what you were singing just now? Paimon definitely wants to hear the full thing. We'll be there.
Oh my god, yes please.
We were actually learning about the 8 Adepts earlier, but we never found out who the 3 Beasts of Taudu were.
Taudu, I have to remember. Oh really? Well, for starters, the 3 Beasts of Taudu are also known, get off my screen, as the 3 Immortals of Taudu. They were the Lone Butterfly of the Crimson Flame, the Jade-Plumed Silverwing, and the Gold-Dyed Celadon Mare. Perfect. 3 auspicious beasts, all with the power to take on human form.
Oh, so they really weren't human, huh? The Lone Butterfly sounds pretty self-explanatory, but what about the Silverwing and Celadon Mare? What kind of creatures were they?
Silverwing was a swallow and the Celadon Mare was a white horse. Legend holds that after purifying Taudu, Silverwing and Windreader went wandering together, but the white horse retreated into seclusion. Have you ever read Moonlit Bamboo Forest? That story mentions a white horse that roamed the Chingsa mountain range. A lot of people think she was the gold-eyed Celadon Mare.
Oh, cool! So, what about the butterfly? What did they get up to?
The Lone Butterfly gave her life during the purification spell. She was only one of the 8 to... She was the only one of the 8 to sacrifice herself in this way. Even though the 8 had powerful powers, purifying a god of Taudu's caliber was no mean feat. They had to resort to a secret art called the 7 and 8 Gates Array. The method involves obfuscating one of the gates so that evil can't escape. The Lone Butterfly was in charge of the gate. Oh my god! The Lone Butterfly was in charge of the gate that was chosen to be obfuscated. And so she disappeared from the world in the process.
Oh, that's so tragic.
But all was not lost, according to the legend. Old Man Wu Wang, another one of the 8, who looked up to her a lot, took up her mantle and kept her legacy alive.
Interesting. Huh. And then he taught that to the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, right? Didn't they train under him?
Exactly, that's where it feels like fate came into play. After giving her life to restore order to the realm of the dead, some chance meetings ensured that that future generations continued using her methods to guard the border between life and death. By the way, if anyone's still here, I never asked, how are the sound levels? So although she herself disappeared from the world, her mission is to protect Lyra is still alive and well, thousands of years on. Anyway, that's basically the whole story of how the 8 Adepts purified Taudu.
Now we finally have names for the full roster. Thanks, Yunjin.
My pleasure. I haven't performed this opera in a long time, so I still have a fair bit of brushing up to do before I'm ready. Don't practice too much or you'll tire your voice out. I should really check what my sound levels are like. It's on my glasses. Anything more.
Stat, who I just saw.
It's fine. Don't practice too much. Thanks, I appreciate it. See you around. I have a feeling that this day must be wrapping up soon.
Hey guys! Are you finally done? I've been waiting forever!
Everyone here is voice, so I can autoplay it.
Oh, Xiangling, what are you doing here? Tracking you guys down, obviously. You really made me work for it, too. It's honestly a little rich that you're out here telling everyone else to take care of themselves and keep a good work-life balance when you are apparently too busy to eat. Keep this up and I'll have to drag you to the dinner table and force-feed you my delicious cooking against your will. Here we are. I present to you Chef Xiangling's newest creation, Drunken Plums in Snow. You must be starving, surely. Go on, dig in. Wow, this is so nice of you, Xiangling. Paimon hadn't noticed how hungry she had gotten, but smelling that food is making Paimon ravenous.
These stories, so this is like day 1 out of 3, and things like this, they usually end in food. So I feel like day 1 is ending now.
Sounds like you have a tough life, hey Paimon? Sometimes you feast, but sometimes the traveler lets you go hungry. You should ditch the traveler and hang with me from now on. You'll never go hungry again.
She just wants to cook you, Paimon. Okay, this sounds okay now, though.
Ooh, now that is a tempting offer.
She's gonna cook you, Paimon. At least I've never charged you for a single meal. Enjoy watching her eat your whole business into oblivion.
Oh, come on! It's only 1 extra customer.
Yeah, but it's the whole Paimon.
I was only kidding. I know Paimon loves to eat, but I think it'd take more than food to pry her away from your side. Anyway, enough about that. Time for you guys to eat. Whatever your plans are after this, they'll go much better on a full stomach.
I might actually take you up on that offer. I probably need to eat as well. Okay, break and have something to eat. The stream's still gonna be going on, but I'm not gonna be doing the story again until afterwards. It is getting late though. Andy's gone to bed. So I understand fully if you want to go. I will be carrying on, but I'm going to be really unhealthy about it and stay up way too late, so I don't expect anyone to stay with me. I just want to finish it now. But it was a really nice stream, and thanks for hanging out and everything. I'm just gonna be very rude and have a meal on stream.
Nothing to worry about.